tone. Welcome to Ageless Secrets, where ancient wisdom meets the science of tomorrow. I'm your guide on this timeless journey of renewal and vitality. Today, we're rediving deep into one of the most fascinating frontiers of human health, a secret conversation happening inside you every single moment. It's the silent dialogue between your gut and your brain, a two-way symphony that determines how you think, feel, age, and heal. This connection is known as the gut-brain axis, and understanding it could transform your life, your mood, your energy, and even the number of years you live in radiant health. Science now reveals that your gut isn't just a digestive organ, it's a living ecosystem, home to trillions of microscopic beings that shape your reality in ways you've never imagined. These tiny life forms, your microbiome, produce hormones, neurotransmitters, and chemical signals that influence everything from your happiness to your immunity, your sleep to your longevity. They communicate directly with your brain through a vast network of nerves, hormones, and immune cells. This dialogue happens every second, sending messages of balance or distress, harmony or chaos, healing or decay. And here's the secret: the food you eat decides what language that conversation speaks. When you nourish your gut with living, vibrant foods, plants, fibers, fruits, fermented foods, whole grains, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding an entire universe within you. That universe responds by creating chemicals that calm your mind, sharpen your focus, brighten your mood, and protect your cells from aging. It's like tuning an invisible orchestra inside your body, where each note carries the rhythm of vitality. But when we fill ourselves with lifeless, processed, artificial foods, that symphony turns into static. The gut lining weakens, inflammation rises, toxins leak into the bloodstream, and your brain receives a message of confusion. Anxiety, fatigue, brain fog, and premature aging become the echo of that imbalance. The truth is, your gut and your brain are not separate. They are mirrors of the same story, reflections of one another, whispering the same truth in two different languages. Feed me light, and I will give you life. Imagine a day where you wake up with clarity, your mind feels calm, your body feels light, and your heart feels open. That is not a miracle. That is biology in balance. It begins in your gut, where serotonin, the hormone of happiness, is mostly made. It begins with the microbes that release butyrate, a tiny molecule that slows aging and fuels your brain cells. It begins with the way you chew your food, the rhythm of your breath, the quality of your sleep, the gratitude you feel before every meal. Every small choice builds a world within. This connection is so powerful that scientists now call the gut our second brain, but I like to think of it as our first brain, the ancient intelligence that existed long before we had words or thoughts, still wisdom of the earth, still living inside us. When you eat fresh, living foods grown in sunlight, you're reconnecting to that primal intelligence. You're sending a message through your cells that says, I remember who I am. Modern research now shows that centenarians, those who live past 100, share something remarkable. Their microbiomes are diverse, youthful, and resilient. Their gut ecosystems are alive with harmony. They are not aging from the inside. They are regenerating. They've learned, consciously or unconsciously, to listen to their gut, not just for digestion, but for direction. You can begin that same transformation today. Every meal is a conversation. Every bite is a choice between inflammation or illumination. Choose whole over processed, fiber over emptiness, colors over chemicals, and calm over chaos. Drink clean water. Move your body with gratitude. Sleep as if your body is repairing galaxies. These are not just habits. They are rituals of rejuvenation. There's something almost poetic about the fact that longevity, something we often chase through complex routines, begins with something as simple as nourishment. Not just eating to fill hunger, but to feed life itself. When your gut feels safe, your brain relaxes. When your brain relaxes, your cells open to healing. When your body feels harmony, aging slows down. You glow from within because the communication between your inner worlds is clear and loving. So tonight, as you prepare your meal or take your first sip of tea, pause, feel gratitude. Realize that within that cup, within that bite, lives the intelligence of stars and soil, the wisdom of creation itself. Feed that intelligence, and it will feed your eternity. Stir. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the secret language of the gut-brain axis. I hope this episode helps you see food not as fuel, but as medicine, memory, and magic. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to Ageless Secrets, where we explore the unseen connections that make us timeless. Until next time, nourish your gut, calm your mind, and awaken your light. Because longevity isn't just about living longer, it's about living wiser, clearer, and more beautifully alive.